So today's project is this Whirlpool Cabrio Dryer, and what's going on with this is when you press the power button, it'll light up, looks like it's working. You push the start button for the dryer cycle and it lights up. Seems like it wants to run, but the dryer motor never starts at all. And I've been through this, a little bit of troubleshooting. I checked the fuse, replaced that, ordered one on Amazon, took a little while to come in. Changed the main fuse in the back, but it's still not doing anything at all, and realized at this point that I needed to pull the control board out to see what's going on with that. The motor spins freely, and if it was a motor going bad, it would probably just make a humming noise, but we have none of that. It's not doing anything whatsoever. No relay click, just nothing at all. So let's get the board pulled out of it. It's quick and simple, and then we'll take a look. So to take this off, you're going to undo these screws here and here. Once those are done, you can pull it from the top, back, lift that off. There is one screw here on the back of this that you need to take off. Once that's out, there's a little push tab here. Push in, and that'll slide off. And then it's just a matter of unplugging all these. Pulled out. There's a little release tab here to lift, so you can pull that straight out. Kind of hard with one hand. Same thing with the other plug. There's little release tabs here to push to lift. So we'll unplug all those, and then we'll take it home and see if we can find out what's wrong with it. Alright, so here we are at the solder station, and we are going to try and get this fixed. So once I got the board out, I immediately discovered this problem. I didn't get footage over there, but what has happened is this relay here that controls the actual motor has burned the circuitry out. And when I got this pulled out, I remembered that I had repaired this probably 10 years ago. Totally forgot I did it. But what I did is just soldered a wire onto the track here from this leg of the relay to the plug here for the dryer motor. That's where it plugs in. So I'm going to fix this other leg, which also had the same issue. It burned out this time on this side, and we're going to solder that right across through here. So we'll just scrape the track up a little bit. I'm going to solder directly to that terminal of the relay, and then solder right down directly to this leg of the switch, which is the same thing I did last time this burned out. And it just burnt this track up here is all. The relay's probably still good, and how this works is this piece here will close, give this a signal, and it'll close this across through here to power the motor. This is one side of the plug, this is the other side of the plug. The tracks are going between it, so they're actually connected together. So this connects to this, which connects to this, and then this connects to this, which connects to that. So we'll just fix that track there. Waiting for my iron to get up to temperature. There we go. Now we're doing good. So there's not much left at all of that track. I just need to get that heated up down into the relay. That relay burned up a little bit, so it's going to have an issue taking any kind of solder. There's corrosion on the pin, but if I can get it to take some solder, it should work just fine. Let's see if we can pull out some of that gunk in there. Alright, so we're going to run a wire from this terminal to that terminal. I've got a piece of copper wire that I've actually cut and bent to fit in this space. And it looks like I need to trim a little bit of length off of that. It's a little bit long. This should take solder okay. we just need to complete that circuit. Now there isn't anything around that, so I'm not worried about shorting out to other terminals. Normally when you're soldering, you need to be a little more careful about what you're next to. Like over here in this area, I couldn't use a wire this big, but since this is going to be pushing a lot of current for that motor, and all these tracks are connected here together, I have no problem running this across like this. So let that cool a second, and we now have a nice solid connection from the relay that's stuck down there quite well, and from that plug, that wire on that plug. So now we can take that back over to the dryer and see if that did it. Yeah, it goes back together the same way it came apart, and you can see where that burnt out and put a nice black mark on that plastic when it went. So we're going to snap this back in place here. Data plugs need to go in first, and then it just snaps down in place. These will all connect up. That's a little cover that goes over and snaps down. Cover that. These you pretty much can't mix up because they all go in one way. Every single one of these plugs is keyed. And I currently have that upside down. There's little notches here. They'll slide into these tracks on the metal back plate. This screw here holds it in place. And then all that's left is to tighten these down and test it out. Roll back together. Still got power. And now it runs.